Alright, so I was browsing AliExpress a couple of weeks ago, and I just thought I'd look up, search for Pokemon, see what they had. And it's mostly very obviously fake stuff, very obviously garbage fake stuff, like tins that don't exist, and boxes that don't exist, and collections of cards that don't usually come together or never would come together for that price. You can tell it's fake or reproduction stuff just by the price, really. Like a couple of pounds or £10 for hundreds and hundreds of V cards, and the quality of them will probably be pretty trash. But I thought I'd pick up a few ones that looked a bit more interesting. So I quite like the look of these gold cards just for display. Everyone knows what these like, these metal gold cards. So I picked up the Charizard just because I don't have one, and I probably never will at this point if you've just seen my last Celebrations unboxing. So I just picked this up. It's pretty cool. It's got the gold back. It's a bit dirty there, but for whatever it costs, probably like £1 or something like that, it's cool just to have on the shelf. This one was really cool. Oh shit. Doesn't matter anyway, they're all cheap. So it's got like a pixel art on it. I would buy a whole set of these. If this was a real set, I'd buy tons of it with a pixel art from the games. So apart from that, I think it's pretty much identical to. Oh no, the font's different. Like, this is actually a better looking card, like the fonts up here and stuff. And it's even got a pixel Charmeleon in the corner. But yeah, these are just cool things to have. Like, you know they're fake. They're obviously fake. Although the Ultra Premium collection did come with the gold Charizard and Pikachu metal cards, which were very cool upgraded versions of those kind of things. Alright, so I also bought a couple of other cards, so I'll go through these first because they're not as nice. So this is the Southern Islands set, which I always wanted. I only thought it came in Japanese when I was younger. I didn't realise it was also released in English until years later. So it's got the Mew, Pidgeot, Onix, Togepi, Ivysaur, Raticate, Ladybug, Jigglypuff, Butterfree, Tentacool, Maro, Lapras, Exeggutor, Slowking, Wartortle, Lickitung, Vileplume, and Primeape. So I've always wanted these. They've got the coolest, some of the coolest artwork in the game. But these are obviously fake. So they come in two types. If you look them up on AliExpress, they come in star pattern or I think it's flash. So this is the star one, and the flash is just the same, but it's just got like a rainbow effect over the whole thing. And you can kind of see, I don't know how they made these, but where's the things like the Pidgeot one, you can see they've got a star pattern in the background. I don't know if the originals were like that or not, or if they've just scanned one that had a holo pattern on it and that's how it came up. But yeah, they look a bit. They're definitely not real, but I knew that. But they could have put in a bit more effort on the holo pattern maybe. It's obviously a lot darker than the original ones, a lot darker, and they're very thick and cardboardy. They don't feel as nice as the original cards, but it's an expensive set to get. The real one's probably a couple £100 to get the whole set. So just having these is helps me from not spending so much money on eBay trying to get them all. It'd be good to get one or two of the original ones, but just being able to like look at them like this is just satisfying. And this is only probably, I think, well no, because in the UK's got to pay tax on things or VAT on things. I think it was about £15 altogether. Yeah, it's a bit glossier on the back, and it's darker. It's not too bad, but yeah, it's the thickness, the darkness, and the way they've done the holo, where they've kind of like overlaid a new holo over what holo would have been there. So there's kind of stars that don't shine. But I don't know if that's what the originals are like or not. I'll have to buy maybe one just to compare, but they're expensive. Anyway, I thought this was a cool set to get anyway. Just saves me money. Obviously I'm not going to make a habit of collecting fakes, but fakes of near unaffordable cards, I don't have too much of a problem with that. But this is that's unreadable. That's unreadable. Vile Plume. You can barely make out what it says. What does it say? I literally have. I cannot even read that. Paradise Pollen. Horrid Pollen Rot. Is that what it says? So yeah, they could have put a bit more effort with these just to make them readable. Because I'm pretty sure the originals aren't going to have a pitch black. Oh, I can kind of see it there. No, I still can't. I have no idea what that card does. So even if you're just trying to use it just to have some games yourself in the privacy of your own home, even then they're still pretty much unusable. But yeah, you can see they are very thick cards in comparison to, well, there's some original cards and there's these fake ones. You can see they're a lot thicker. So thick that these ones just look blue, or whitish blue, because you can see the back and the front. These ones just look white because they're so thick. So anyway, they were pretty cool. You can also buy both the star pattern and the flash together for a discounted price, I think. Anyway, these were the coolest ones. These ones are very good, I would say. They don't have as much of a gloss on the back as these ones did. They're not as dark, but they're still darker than the originals. And these are pretty off-center, but these ones weren't too bad. Pretty nicely centered, although it doesn't matter, I'm not going to grade them at all anyway. They do have a bit of scuffing on the corners, so that doesn't matter anyway because they're only like £2 each. So they have full sets. Obviously, I think this is the same sellers that are selling like all the V cards and V Max and V Stars and all sorts of modern rarities in worse quality fakes. They've also got the older sets. They do base set and all the way up through the Neo sets, and the Gym Heroes and Team Rocket, and I don't think they do much past that. Well, of these styles of fakes anyway. So I thought I just got a few just to see what they were like. So I got the Light Arcanine and the Delibird because I love Delibird. So I got some of the ones that are more expensive that I probably wouldn't have much of a chance of acquiring, and they're actually pretty good quality cards. I just like looking at the art anyway. Just put them in the binder just to fill in the gaps. I'll have a complete set of originals of all the non-holos, but I'm tempted just to get a whole set of the holos just from this seller. They are a lot darker though. You can tell if you look next to an original. When I took them out the back, I was like, oh, they're brilliant. They look perfect. They don't feel too thick. Actually, they're a bit thicker. These are a lot bendier, but they're still the closest I've seen to an original card. But the colouring, it's just the colouring's the only thing that's off. It's a darker background and the whole thing's darker. But if they brighten that up, it'd be very hard to tell the difference. I don't have the originals to compare these two anyway, but it doesn't matter. Alright, so the Delibird. So that was from Neo Destiny. And this is from Neo Revelations. That's a nice... I like these old artworks. I'm tempted just to get it, just the whole... You can buy the whole set. I think it's like £40 or something for... It's not just the Neo Destiny cards you'll get, the Neo Revelations card. They sell it in massive bundles of like 2 whole 2 whole sets, so like you get the whole of the Neo Generations, or the Neo Revelations, and the whole of the Neo Destiny holo bundles, and then they do a few of the non-holos as well, I think. All in, I think it's about 50 cards, which takes it down to half price from buying them singly. But they've obviously put in a lot more effort with these ones than the standard fakes you'll get. I know you can tear them open and see if they have like colour inside or something. These ones probably wouldn't have any colour inside. Apparently if you tear an original, it's got the black line, but I'm not going to tear any up, because these ones are meant to be made with a blue core, it says. So maybe they're, even when you tear it, it might look real, but if they just made a bit more effort with the colour, they would look 100%. So and I got a few more of get into the rarer cards now, the shiny Noctowl. So I thought they did a pretty good job with just getting the right parts of the cards shiny. And everything else looks spot on really. There's no typos, everything looks perfect. And then the shiny Mewtwo, got to have the shiny Mewtwo. Never bothered getting the Charizard, just thought I'd check the quality out first. They do these as well with this is the Flash shiny compared to the Star, but I think they do these ones with the Star pattern as well, depending where you get them from. And the last card was the Shannon Gyarados, and I had to order this one. I just had to get it, just to look at. It's not the shiniest card, but it is a awesome artwork. And just having it in the binder is satisfying. I don't feel the need to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds getting hold of them, or thousands in the case of things like the Shining Charizard and Mewtwo and stuff like that. So these ones were definitely the best out of the lot. Very impressive, which you don't really want to see for fakes really. You kind of want them to be bad, so you can't justify buying them. If anyone was curious, that's how they compare to real cards. Slightly thicker, a bit darker, and the colours, it's just slightly off. But apart from that, it'd be brilliant just to buy just a whole bunch, of what they've got. Just the Team Rocket cards, the Neo cards, Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes, and just build decks with them, just to mess about with, not having to worry about the rarity of the cards and how much they're worth, and bashing them up or damaging them anyway. Just being able to use them like you normally wouldn't be able to. I think that'd be really cool. Just put some sleeves on them. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Got this sleeve randomly today, so see in there you can't really tell if there's anything wrong with that at all. Yeah, that'd be a cool idea to make some decks. Anyway, so that's that. If you want to pick some up for yourself, if you don't mind not having originals, they're not too hard to find. I wouldn't bother linking to them. It's I'm not going to encourage it, but they're out there if you're wanting them.